Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. How you guys doing? Y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy, and today we're in my kitchen. My people, we're cooking, okay? Guess what? We're cooking some fried green pepper stew as promised. All of that green pepper that we harvested in my garden, we about to put it to use. I mean, not all of it, but a lot of it. So we are about to get this popping, okay? So let me show you guys the ingredients, and then we got to get started because it's a little bit of a process. I already started prepping a little bit, but you guys are going to go through the process with me, and then we're going to start cooking. All right, come along, y'all. First of all, how you guys doing? Definitely let me know where you're watching from in the comments. I will not be looking at the comments as much as I need to because your girl have to hurry up because it's kind of late. Okay, all righty. All right, y'all, let me show y'all the ingredients. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Hey, Maureen. All right, so this is the ingredients. So like I said, we're going to be using a ton of green bell peppers. So this is a bunch of green bell peppers, you know, that I grew from my garden. You guys already seen all the green peppers. And so this is not just green bell peppers. This is any green pepper. So I have some Asian pepper in here, some Thai. You know the big green Thai peppers. I have them in here. I also have some habaneros in here as well. I have like just any kind of green pepper that you have, just put all of them together, and this is what you're going to use for your ingredients. The reason why we're using like different types of green peppers is just because of the flavors. It adds to the flavor of the food, and it's really delicious, y'all. So we got all of the green peppers in here. I already chopped them up. We're about to now come and put it into the food processor, and we're going to chop it up some more, you know, into like tiny little bits, and then I'll tell you more as we go along. So first thing first, we're about to chop it up. And then as far as like the seasonings and things like that that we're using, as we go along, I'll show you guys what I use. I always tell you guys, use what you have. And of course, there's some key things that I will tell you to put in this too. If you want to get the full effect of exactly what I'm cooking, then go ahead. But as far as like the spices and things like that, I'll show you what I'm using, but use what you have in your house. You don't have to buy anything special, except for a few things that I'll show you tonight, all right? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started because we have to chop these green peppers so we can get started on actually cooking the food. All right. All righty, y'all. Let me set the camera up so I can see what I'm doing. Also, as I am chopping up the green peppers inside of the food processor, we are going to drain the water out of it. So we want to drain as much liquid out of it. Y'all know bell peppers have a ton of liquid. So I have it sitting in the sifter, and we're going to drain all of the water. Y'all see the water right here that's coming out of the bell pepper. You don't have to throw it away. You can use the water for, you know, other things later, and even adding it to the stew. But man, the water is just so much. So I just decided to spill that one out because we're gonna have a ton more water to go. But this is what the consistency of the bell pepper should look like when you are about to use it. I saw this big old piece in here. So this is how chopped it should look when you're about to fry it. Okay. Alrighty, let's finish chopping up our peppers, and then we'll continue. Ugh, it's nasty. Think you flying around here. I'm about to get my let me get my phone so I could be able to see some of your comments as I am chopping this pepper right here. So let me set this up real quick. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Happy Sunday. Sorry, Dad, we started late. It was a busy day for me, so I had to start at this time. So hopefully for some of you guys that weren't able to make the live, hopefully you are able to re-watch it. Oh, y'all, this is one freaking fly that don't want to disappear out of here. They always know when food is in here. Y'all recognize anything, y'all? Your girl went and got her a new food processor, because y'all know we were struggling over here, right? Struggling. with that other food processor. So your girl got one. Let's make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm just gonna chop it up with y'all. All right, you guys want to make sure you're not blending it too much. Don't blend it. Um, don't blend it too much. I think I blended this one a little bit too much because I was trying to look at your comments. But I need to pay attention. I don't want it blended. I don't want it blended. I want it chopped only. Chopped only. Okay. We want it chopped only. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Go ahead and let us know where you're watching from in the chat. Don't forget to go ahead and like the stream, okay? Like the stream. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. What did we cook on Friday? Oh, the palava sauce. We had so much fun cooking that palava sauce. Let me know if y'all made some. If you guys made any of the palava sauce. All right. I want to make sure that it's not blending in here. Make sure it's not blending. Okay, it's perfect. Perfect. Are you guys watching the games? You know, sadly, we lost today. But it's okay. We're going to bring it next week. We're going to bring it next week. Okay? Hey everyone, I'm seeing everybody saying hi. How you guys doing? Hey, 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 happy Sunday. Did you guys watch my latest harvest? I posted a video today. Where I harvested a ton of peppers and tomatoes. And I had some bitter ball. Oh my gosh, we had some bitter ball. We're almost done with the peppers, so we can get started. Also, this recipe is like really easy to make. You're gonna find that it's like super easy, like super easy. And this is so delicious. After you make this, you're gonna want to grow more bell peppers, because I know a lot of people, they don't like to grow bell peppers because they are so limited on what they can make with bell peppers. But I grow a ton of bell peppers because of this reason. Hey y'all, hey, I'm seeing all the highs. Definitely go ahead and let us know where you're watching from in the chat. We're just chopping up the peppers. If you're just now joining us, we are chopping up the peppers that we are cooking today. So we're just chopping up the green bell peppers, and then we're gonna drain it once we're done. We're gonna drain it. Gonna drain all of the liquid because it has a ton of liquid. A ton. I think we have like 2 more sessions of this and then we're done. 2 more sessions and then we're all done with the blending, not blending, but chopping up the peppers. We're going to chop them up and then we're going to chop up our other ingredients that I'm about to show you. But this right here is the main ingredient. Actually, this might be the last chop that we do, y'all. Okay. This might be the last chop. But I just wanted to show you guys like the process in case you guys had any questions about, you know, how to chop the peppers and stuff. Hey, LA. LA in the house. Where else y'all watching from? Where else? Where else? We got LA in the house. Okay. I think this is good. I think this is good. Okay. We are done with our chopping of the peppers. And since we have the food processor here, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up our other ingredients that we're gonna use. We'll go ahead and chop it up. In case you're wondering what it is that I am doing, I'm just putting all the chopped peppers in my sifter so we can try to eliminate some of the water content out of the pepper. Bell pepper has a ton of water, and you just want to get rid of as much water as possible because this is a fried stew. So we're frying the peppers and we want it to have that fried taste. So also what I'm doing with the green bell pepper, you could use red bell peppers as well. But I have some plans for the red bell peppers with a different technique of how I am going to fry the bell peppers. So I'll make that another time so y'all can see like other ways that you can make this bell pepper, the fried bell pepper stew. All right, so let me show you guys what we're gonna be using tonight. All right, so we have some garlic and onions and ginger and some habaneros. I'm going to use all of this habaneros. The habaneros is like super spicy. So you put the amount of spice that you want in yours, okay? You don't have to use as many as I'm using. It is very spicy. So be very mindful of that. I already chopped up the onions, so I'm not going to chop it up in here. I'm just going to chop up the garlic and ginger, and that is what we're going to spice the food with. All right. Hey y'all. We're just prepping our ingredients so we can get started on cooking. Alrighty. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna get this away from here because we need the space that we're cooking in. I'm gonna put this away and then we're gonna get started. All right, so now it's time for us to actually take the water out of the bell peppers. Let me show you guys how I drain it. So if you have like cheesecloth, this would be like perfect to use with like some cheesecloth. You know, just put it in there and like squeeze it. That would be perfect. But I don't have cheesecloth, so we gotta use what we got. Okay, we gotta use what we got, and what we got right now is a sifter. So let me show y'all. We haven't even started like squeezing the water out yet, and let me show y'all the amount of water that's in this thing. Look at this. And honestly, y'all can save the water to use it in the stew, but ooh, I'm not going to. So I'm just going to try to get as much water out as possible. This is way more than I expected, so I am going to use this to hopefully try to get as much water out as possible as well. So if you have like a sifter, just go ahead and, you know, put the peppers in there. And mine, please remember, if you put spicy pepper in here as a part of your green pepper, please make sure you're using gloves, because when I promise you, you're going to burn your hands. I don't think you understand. Let me tell y'all, so I've been taking the seeds out of all like my spicy pepper recently, because remember, I'm going to put them on my store for you guys. And I was wearing these gloves, y'all, and I don't know how, but I feel like the pepper got through the gloves somehow. And when I tell y'all that my thumb was burning for a few days, I don't think y'all understand. Like burning, okay? Burning. All right. Burning like crazy, y'all. So you just want to go ahead and squeeze as much liquid as you can. Now, if this is too much work for you, you can skip it, but I promise you the stew is going to take extremely longer to cook, because this is a fried stew, and the stew should be a little, you know, drier than, you know, soupy. It shouldn't be soupy at all. So I'm actually glad I'm doing this on here with y'all, so y'all can just see the whole process. Now I know this looks like a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth the reward. I'm gonna put this over here because I feel like I'm adding more water to it. But yes, y'all, don't forget to wear gloves, y'all. Ooh, and let me tell y'all, the amount of green peppers that I still have growing right now, and when I harvest them, I am going to do this process, and then I'm going to put it in like some Ziploc bag or some like freezer bags and freeze them, so that it's easier for me to cook when I am cooking. So that's the plan. But I just wanted y'all to see this process as we go along. But we're about to be done. Hang in there. Please go ahead and like the video if you haven't liked it yet. And please subscribe to my channel if you can. I do a lot of gardening content. I teach people how to garden. I take you along my gardening journey. And, you know, we thrive over here. I like to, what do they say? Bring the horse to the water so that it can drink forever instead of bringing the water to the horse. However that saying goes. That's my goal on this channel. I try to take you along with me on the journey of how to grow your own food and just give you like tips and tricks on having a thriving garden. And we only grow food that our family eats, because why in the world would we not, right? Why would we grow food that our family don't eat? We don't just grow food for fun on here. We do it because that's what our family eat. Now, this is definitely a lot of pepper. I may not cook all of them. It depends on, like the pot that I'm using today. I'm not using like the super humongous pot that you guys are used to. I'm using like the medium sized one. So I'm not gonna fry too much today. Not gonna fry too much. And of course, if you're making this for yourself, you're not gonna use this much pepper. I'm using this much pepper not only because I'm cooking for my family, but also y'all know that I save a lot of the food in the freezer to eat, later during the week. So that's why. I'm making so much. Continue letting the chat know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you eat this. In different cultures, they have different names for it. In Ghana, they call it Ayamase, and they probably cook theirs a little different. I don't know. Nigerians call this Ofada stew, and we call it green pepper stew, green gravy. We call it gravy. Whenever like we're Liberians, whenever like we're frying like peppers and things like that to cook, we call it gravy. But for the sake of everyone, understand, I'm calling it fried green pepper stew because we are using green peppers. When Liberians make like the gravy, we mix like the peppers with, we mix different peppers together. So we use like different peppers, not just green peppers. I mean, y'all can see that it's not only green peppers in here because there are some other colors. So some of the other colors you see in here are like peppers, were green peppers that I brought in the house, and then they started to turn red, which is so interesting. Like a lot of the green peppers that I brought in the house, they started to turn red. Like it started changing colors. So I had to like put them in the fridge so they could stop changing colors. Because I'm like, man, I have to go harvest more green peppers just to make this again, which is crazy. But yes, let us know where y'all watching from in the chat, y'all. Where y'all watching from? And do y'all eat this in your culture? Are you going to try this? Are you going to try this? Alrighty. We got one more to go and then we're done. And we're going to start the cooking process. We got one more left to strain. And remember, like I said, like the liquid from this, y'all could totally save the liquid from this and use it as broth for when you're cooking other stews and things like that. I already have a ton of stuff like this, so that's why I don't mind getting rid of it. But The broth is definitely nutritional, so you can totally save it to make like other foods, stews, and and things like that. All right, y'all. We are done with this. Yes, now can finally start the process. Finally start the process. Alrighty. Good job. I'm about to show it to y'all. You can see what it looks like. Alright. 1 second, y'all. Let me show y'all the peppers. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. You can see right here. This is the consistency. It still has liquid in it, I could tell, but not as much. If you're using a cheesecloth, you will get majority of the water out of this. So, all right, y'all. Now let me show you the rest of the ingredients. Let me get the beans. Let me show y'all the rest of the ingredients that we will be using today. All right, so we have some locust beans. Let me open it so y'all can see what it looks like. Babe, I still see it. So y'all can see what it looks like. Let me open it really quickly. So what I'm about to show you guys, you can get it from like the international market or the Asian market. It's called locust beans. It doesn't smell the best, but it definitely gives the food a lot of flavor. Exactly like what we're cooking. So this is what it looks like. Let's see. Let me put it in my hand so you can see. This is what it looks like. It's called locust beans, just in case you want to add it. Of course, this is optional, but it definitely add flavor to the food. So I am going to add some to it. I'm actually going to let it soak in some hot water, because sometimes the way they process these beans is like very sticky, and sometimes it can be like sandy, like it can have like sand or stuff in it. So you want to make sure you wash it very well before you put it in your food, so just to make sure you're not eating sand. Maybe all of them may not be like that, but I've had really bad experiences with it, and I do not take the chance anymore. So I'm about to let it soak in some hot water. While we do that, let me let it soak in some hot water really quickly. I already have some water boiling in a kettle, so I'll let it sit in like some hot water just for a few minutes, because that's the first thing that we're going to be adding to our stew. All right, y'all already know we're using some complete, some black pepper, some ground hot pepper, y'all know my favorite sazon, some garlic powder, some ground onion powder, and then this is very important in your stew. This is some ground shrimp, ground crawfish, ground shrimp, either one will do. And then the oil that we will be using is some palm oil. You could use the regular vegetable oil for it, but palm oil, if you want like that real, stew that I'm cooking, like you want that real taste, definitely get you some palm oil, but it still will taste good with vegetable oil. But the recipe is definitely calling for some palm oil. And then use any protein of your choice. And then we're gonna add some eggs at the end. And you're probably wondering at this stage, what in the world, why are we adding eggs? But you're gonna find out. All right, so let's go ahead, turn our stove on. We about to add our oil to the pot because we about to get this party started. Okay, now we'll add some oil to the pot. Hey y'all, hey, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I can't look in the comments like that right now because your girl is trying to cook, okay? But definitely please like the video. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from, and let us know if you eat this, where you're from, and if you're gonna try it. All right, and please, oh please, go ahead and give your girl a subscribe. I appreciate it. I get mine from an African market in Bronx, New York. Oh, okay, so you do use it. Cool. Cool, yep. The African market sells it and the Asian market sell it too. Just when you go to the Asian market, go to the African aisle or international aisle, whatever that's related to African. Go to that aisle. So this oil, when you pour it in here, so we're about to do something called bleaching the oil. Bleaching the oil is pretty much to get, you see, all that white stuff out and get the oil looking as clear as possible. And then we're going to start the frying process. Okay. So while we're allowing the oil to bleach, we are about to wash our what's the thing called, our locust beans, because that's the first thing that's going in our oil once it gets hot and the oil is bleached. So when the oil is bleached, it's like, it's not like it's not gonna look like, you know, regular vegetable looking oil, but it will be closer to it, if you get what I'm trying to say. All right, so we're about to wash our locust beans. Okay, because once that oil gets hot, that's what we're adding to it. And for my proteins, I am going to be using like some turkey, chicken, and chicken feet. I'll show you guys as we're adding it. That's palm oil. That's palm oil. And you can get your palm oil from the African store or the Asian market or any international type of market. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being on here tonight. Thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate you. Please continue to like the video. Can we get the video to 50 likes? I really appreciate it. And I told y'all, I know some people's like, why are you washing it? I wash it because I do not like sand, okay? I do not like sand in my food. I've had bad experience with this of sand being in it, and I refuse to eat sand. It does not make the food enjoyable. It's like when you're chewing it, it feels like you're eating something crunchy. It's terrible. It's a terrible feeling. And unfortunately, you know, the whoever that's supposed to, you know, see over the foods that's imported into the country and stuff like that, I feel like they don't do a lot of due diligence with the foods that's being imported to make sure that it's of quality. So we get a bunch of crap. And also, you don't know how things are being processed wherever it is, wherever you're getting it from. So my best bet is to always boil some like super hot water and wash it. So, you know, better safe than sorry. I'm about to get my sifter so that we can, let me get the, oop, my phone about to fall, child. Let me get my other sifter, and then we're gonna empty that out. And I use a sifter like with the big holes, but that's not too big so that the beans doesn't fall through it. So And the reason why I use a sifter is because I want to make sure that the sand is falling through. So I'm using like a sifter like this where the holes are kind of big, but they're not too big for the beans to like fall through. And I definitely see some sand. Yep, I see some sand. Y'all can't see it, but I definitely see some at the bottom of this. And I'm so glad I did what I am doing. But I definitely see some. I don't know if y'all can hear it. If you hear that, that's me rubbing the sand. So it's really hard to trust. It's really hard to trust that, you know, you're about to get something without sand. And I always like to be safe than sorry. So if you're using this beans, remember I told you to boil some water and wash it very well. Sift the sand out before you use it. Otherwise, you're going to be very disappointed, and then don't come back and be like, Miss Yancy told me to use that beans and it ruined my stew. You see all the extra stuff I'm going through to make sure there ain't nobody eating sand in this house, okay? Ain't no sand on my watch. All right. Not on my watch. You're not about to talk about me like a dog. Talking about some. Miss Yancy told me to buy it. And I'm sure, you know, we've all had sand before. If you've been to a beach as a kid, I'm sure you ate sand when you was a kid. But we're adults now, and if we can avoid it, we will. Woo, it's hot. Alrighty. Alrighty, y'all. The party about to get started. I think our oil is definitely ready. So let's go ahead and get this party started. All right. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Spinach can be very sandy. Oh, yeah. I wash. Oof. I know they say they pre-wash it. I don't care. Even lettuce. I would wash that lettuce down. You would think that it's been through some things. The way I wash it. I wash that thing down. All right. Okay. You should be getting ready for this. All right. We're about to add all of the things that we just washed. I'm just letting it do its thing for a little bit. Let's see. Okay, this is not as bleached as I want, so I'm gonna let it get a little hotter. If you look at the spoon, you'll see it's still like a little red. And I want it to not be clear, but not as clear, but you know, as much as possible. Also, this is the time where if you have a fire alarm in your house, you want to go ahead and take the batteries out, because this definitely get a little smoky as you're bleaching the oil, and it will trigger your fire alarm, and then the fire department is coming over to eat dinner with you, because the whole neighborhood gonna think you burning your house down. So make sure you open a window. Open a window in the kitchen. If you have a window in the kitchen, open the windows in your living room. And definitely, you know, do what you need to do for some ventilation. Because it definitely gets smoky, as you see. Yes, you could use some vegetable oil. You don't have to use palm oil, but palm oil is where it's at. That's the main, you know, that's the main cocoa. Okay. And if you bleach yours a different way, do it the way you do it in your house, okay? Don't come over here telling me how to do what I'm doing, okay? Or you get blocked. Okay? I told y'all this how I make mine. Go make yours the way you want to make it. All right, y'all. We are about to add our locust beans. Definitely, you want to make sure you stand back a little bit as you're adding it. You can also, when you're bleaching this, when you're bleaching the oil, you can close the pot. You can close the pot as you're bleaching it. And then after like a couple of minutes, you can open it. But do what's best for you, okay? If you're watching and you cook this in your culture, let us know how you make yours. But don't come over here telling me how to make mine, okay? Because that's how I make mine. Alright, so as that's frying, we're going to go ahead and add our onions. We're using some red onions because, you know, it's kind of sweet. And the green bell peppers is not sweet. So, you know, the red onions add just a little bit of sweetness. I don't like it too sweet. That's why I prefer to, what we're cooking today, I prefer to use green bell peppers because the red bell pepper is kind of sweet, you know, if you know what I mean. It's kind of sweet. The red bell peppers is kind of sweet. So I like to use the green bell peppers. And when I use the red bell peppers, I wouldn't use palm oil. I like to use the regular vegetable oil because it takes away a little bit of the sweetness. And palm oil is already, it's not like sweet like sugar or anything, but to me it feels like, you know, like a red bell pepper, like you know, a little bit of sweetness. Alrighty, we're gonna let this fry. Gonna let this fry a little bit. And then we're gonna add our pepper to it that we just chopped up, and then we're gonna do all of the seasonings and all the things. Hi, hey y'all, hey. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. Can we get the likes to 50? Can we get to 50 likes, y'all? Let's get to 50 likes. There's a bunch of you guys watching. If we could get a 50 likes. Oh, we have 40. Hey, hey. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate y'all. Liking and sharing the stream, it just shows YouTube that, you know, people are interested and I'm able to, you know, achieve my goals of like the watch and stuff like that. So that's why I keep asking you guys to please like and share the video if you can. I appreciate it. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe if you are interested. All right, we're gonna let this like fry for about like just a few minutes, no more than 5 minutes, because what we're allowing the oil to do is extract some of the sweetness from the onions. And I don't know if y'all know, but fried red onions are so delicious. It is so delicious. Let me read some of y'all comments down here. Lulu said, I was just saying, why didn't you bleach it longer to remove the palm oil smell? I don't mind the palm oil smell. I like it. But yes, you're absolutely right. It could have been bleached longer to... That's why I was telling everyone, like, you know, if you're bleaching it, you want it to get to like that color. Like, it's not going to be like a regular vegetable oil color. Imagine like vegetable oil, but like a little darker. That's what the palm oil will look like when you bleach it. Oh, we got 46, y'all. We got 46 likes. Can we get, we need 4 more to get a 50. Can we get a 50? is hot in here. It is hot in here. Lulu, where are you from? Also, can I wasn't on here when you guys were saying where you were watching from. If some of you guys don't mind, let me know where you're watching from. Let me see where everybody is watching from. Okay, Ghana in the house. That's my second home. That's my second home. Texas. Hey, Texas. Oh my gosh, we made it to 50, y'all. Thank you. I knew we could get there. It's 125 people watching right now. Why don't we could at least try to get to 100, but I appreciate the 50. I appreciate the 50. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jacksonville, Florida in the house. Hey. Kentucky in the house. Okay, okay. The South is in the house. Mississippi. Hey, we got the South. South Carolina in the house. All right, y'all. We got the whole South up in here. We got the right people in here tonight, okay? Cause I know y'all know some good eating. Y'all know some good eating. St. Louis in the house. Georgia in the house. Hey. All right, y'all. We're about to add our fried green pepper. Not fried green pepper, but the green pepper that we chopped. We're about to add it now. Our onions, they look good. This is what it look like. This is what it looks like. Cali in the house. Illinois in the house. Washington in the house. British Columbia, Canada in the house. Okay, okay. Yes, we got all the people. We got international people in the house too. You know, I'm really shocked that you guys are even on here tonight because it's kind of late. But I guess based on some of where you guys are located, it may not be as late. But thank you guys for being on here with me tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate. Thank you guys for watching with me. I'm trying to gauge, you know, how much pepper that I want to put in here. That I want to fry. Because we are definitely going to let this fry, y'all. It's going to fry until the oil gets to the top. We're going to let this fry until the oil gets to the top. UK in the house. Hey, we real international tonight. Brooklyn in the house. Chandra said, anything with cooking I watch. I know that's right. I don't think I'm going to use all of the peppers, but I would like to get a good amount. And that's the thing when you're making this, you might need quite a few bell peppers because y'all know, y'all saw all the liquid content in it, right? It shrinks. So it kind of shrank. Florida in the house. Everyone in the house. Well, welcome to every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for spending the night with me. We're on a late night shift. We're on a late night shift cooking something really delicious that I know that you guys are going to be able to make, and you can improvise it and make it your way. I'm a strong believer of making food the way you want. Just, you know, have the foundation as far as like the ingredients and stuff like that, and put what you want in it. That's how I always, you know, I know I might be sounding smart when I say, like, don't come here telling me how to cook my food, because this is how I cook it. I'm not cooking it for the entire nation of Liberia or whatever country. I'm cooking it for my house. So, it might be, the ingredients and stuff like that that you may be familiar with, but I cook mine the way I want to cook it. And I suggest that you do the same, but have the foundation of what it is, the ingredients are, and then, you can kind of improvise if you want. But if you want it exactly like that specific culture, then you go ahead and get those exact recipes. All right, I'm about to show y'all how much bell pepper we have left, but this is all I'm going to be using. This is all I'm going to be using. I'm wondering if I should add more. You think I should add more bell pepper? I just want to make sure that we have space for when we add the meats. Arby's, we have the meat. So let me tell y'all, y'all see all the bell pepper that we chopped up, right? All that bell pepper that we chopped up, can you believe that's what's in this pot? Like, let me show y'all real quick. Y'all saw that whole bowl. So when you're making this, if you're making this for your family, like depending on your family size, you might need quite a few bell peppers. You might need about 6 of them, 6 to 10 bell peppers. If you're cooking it for your family, this was definitely more than 6 or 10 bell peppers. That's for sure.
What are you gonna do with the rest?
Put it in the freezer. Can I please have that? Mm-mm. Yeah, I'll put it in the freezer. And remember, you don't only have to get like bell peppers. You guys could get any kind of green pepper, any kind of green. Even if you have jalapenos, if you have green jalapenos, you can add it in here. Get some those Asian, those super long Asian peppers that I'm growing in my garden. You could get those. They're not like spicy. They might have a little kick to it, but they're not like spicy. Um, the trick here is using as many peppers as you can from, like, different type of peppers. It all adds to the flavor of what you're making. So you're not just making, green bell peppers. And of course you can still just use the regular big, green bell peppers as well. We're going to add our, let me show you guys. We're going to add our chopped peppers, the spicy habaneros, garlic, and ginger. That's what we have in here. We're going to add it to the pot as well. It already smells. And take heed. The spicier, the better. I promise you. The spicier this is, the better tasting it is. Alrighty. I'm trying to get every pepper out of here. Please don't let it drop in here. Alrighty. Honestly, I'm just gonna add the rest. Let me show you how much we have left in here. It's not that much. I think I'm just gonna add the rest in here and let it fry. I don't think I have enough oil in there for the amount of green pepper I'm frying, but we'll see. We're about to season it very soon. We are about to season it very, very soon. All right, y'all. We definitely using all of it. We're using all of it. Did y'all see all that bell pepper? That's what's in this pot. I bet you y'all didn't think it was gonna fit in this pot because of how much pepper it was. This is definitely a lot, but it's not as much as you would think based on the amount of peppers that we did. All right, gonna go ahead and stir it real nice. You know, just be mindful so it doesn't burn at the bottom as you're frying this. So basically, the whole game here right now is basically frying this to get all of the water content out of it. We're trying to get all of the water content out of it, and we really want the oil to rise to the top. That's what we want. But we're gonna let this fry. As it's frying, I'm just gonna, you know, try to wash some dishes and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and add our seasonings to it. Okay, let's go ahead and add our seasonings. Y'all already know. Already know. We're gonna add some black pepper to it. We're gonna add some ground hot pepper to it. Some sazon, my favorite. If you see me putting like a ton of this in here, this doesn't have like a lot of salt in it. It's more herbs than anything. That's why you see me putting a whole bunch. We're gonna add some garlic powder. And I really like a lot of garlic in my food. We're gonna add some onion powder. If I had some ginger powder, I was gonna add some ginger in there. I think I have some ginger powder. I just can't remember where it's at right now because I have a lot of spices. All right. I'm gonna stir it up real nice. I really should have cooked this in a bigger pot. And I'm thinking about transferring it to a bigger pot because this is definitely a lot of pepper. I should have did this in my regular big old pot that I normally cook in. Y'all know my big old pot. This is yummy. All right. Now, another thing we're gonna add is our ground shrimp. This is very essential to the flavor of this food that we're cooking. It's very essential. Let me open it so we can add it in there. adding the thing in there because this is a lot of pepper that we're frying. Woo. And remember, y'all could totally do this with vegetable oil. You know, if you don't have palm oil, but you have all of the other ingredients, you can use vegetable oil. But it tastes better with the palm oil, in my opinion. All right, we have done our part. I'm gonna go grab some chicken noor. We're gonna add it to it, and then we're gonna let it fry, wash some dishes, and then come back and check it out. Really? No, I ate all of my orange. You ate all of your orange? Okay. Yeah, but there was only one plate. I ate some oranges and Anne ate all of the oranges. Well, that's not fair. You know you guys have to go brush your teeth, right? Yeah, I tell Aiden it's time for you guys to brush your teeth. All right, I am gonna add one more, and then remember I'm adding this much. This is the chicken cube, the chicken noor. They have the powder in like Costco, and they have the powder in regular stores, but these are the cubes. And remember, I'm adding this much because this is a lot. So this too, because we're frying it, you're gonna have to stir it like almost frequently because you don't want it to burn at the bottom. But you want to make sure that a lot of the water content is out of it. And you'll know that it's truly fried when you start to see the oil emerge to the top. Once you see the oil starts to emerge to the top, you know, it doesn't have to like fill the entire top, but you definitely want to see it start to emerge to the top. And that's when you know that the stew is completely done cooking. It tastes good already. Let's see what y'all talking about in here so we can wash these dishes. So we can wash dishes. See? For real. All right, let's see what y'all talking about. En español. Oh, what did you ask, Bill? Are you asking like what to eat this with? If you can't eat rice, I think a really good option is bulgur wheat. Yeah. All right, y'all. While this is frying, we're gonna let this fry. Let's come watch some dishes, okay? Someone already answered. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for answering. Sorry, y'all. I can't. I'm not looking at the chat like that because your girl is trying to cook. Babe, can you move this stool? I might have to. This thing. I don't know why I did. All right. Alrighty, y'all. Let's come and get rid of these dishes while our food is cooking. I'm not sure if they mentioned bulgur wheat for you to use, but um, ooh, that pepper. That pepper got me coughing. It's in here. All right. I love bulgur wheats. Yes. Ooh. Oh, it's this pepper that got me. Ooh. This pepper is spicy. Lord have mercy. Oh, this thing is so spicy. The pepper that I just put into the pot. It's so spicy. But yes, I love bulgur wheat too. And you can cook it in so many ways. Like you can cook it in so many ways. That's what I love about it. I love eating bulgur wheat, especially when I'm trying to lose weight. When I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm just like trying to stop, because you know, in an African household, we eat a lot of starchy foods like rice and fufu and stuff like that. So sometimes when I want to break away from like all that starch, I like to cook with bulgur wheat, and it tastes really good. Really, really, really good. If you're just now joining us, I'm just washing some dishes while our food fry, while the pepper fry. And when we're done, we're actually going to start looking at the meats. I have some dry fish that I will be adding to this. So we're going to debone the dry fish. It's going to be like the same dry fish that I used in the palava sauce that we made last time. So it's going to be the same thing. Thank you guys for watching. Please go ahead and like the stream. Can we get to 100 likes? I know we surpassed our first goal. Can we get to 100 likes, y'all? But y'all, remember I was telling y'all about the locust beans? Please make sure you guys soak it and wash it. Like, it really has sand in it. And I've tried different brands, and I haven't, you know, they all have sand. So if y'all know of any brand that does not have sand, let your girl know, because man, when I tell y'all, it's the worst thing ever cooking your food, and you've cooked it really nicely, it looks good, you got all the things going on for it, and then you go to eat it and you're tasting sand. Ugh, that is the worst. is the freaking worst. But oh my gosh, y'all, I'm trying to decide when I'm going to do like a grand harvest of my garden where I literally harvest everything out of it, because we are approaching October. I typically wait until like November, because there are some days that is in October that is quite warm, and I cannot believe that October is I can believe October is next week. Like, I honestly cannot believe October is next week. My goodness, that is so crazy. So we literally have like a 3 to 4 weeks of trying to do what we can do outside. Those watermelons that I have growing, I'm going to fertilize and water it like aggressively so that it can get to where it needs to get to. Because, oh my gosh, I'm going to water aggressively. I have to stop and stir it a little bit so it's not burning at the bottom. That's one of the biggest things about cooking this particular stew. It's like you want to make sure it's not burning at the bottom. And the reason why it will burn is because, you know, the pepper has a lot of water content in it. And, you know, when the water and oil don't mix, so it will start to burn. Ooh. I'm over here trying to be nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Have you guys seen my latest harvest? Y'all, I was harvesting like into the night, and oh my gosh, is it happening to y'all too? It's starting to get like darker early. It's starting to get like dark earlier in the day, and it's like I feel like I didn't realize that it's starting like how early it's starting to get dark, because I was harvesting and it was like 8 o'clock and it was already dark. I was like, whoa, what is going on? Like, what is going on here? Like, already getting dark. So I don't have like a long harvesting window, especially if I harvest during the evenings, which I like to harvest during the evenings because it's not as hot, either early like in the evenings or early in the morning. But typically early in the morning I wake up to water my garden, and then I don't have like a lot of time to do anything else after I water my garden, because I gotta get my kids ready for school. So but you know, I'm about to put the camera back on the stew so y'all can watch it for me. And let me know if it's burning. I'm about to let y'all watch it for me. But if you guys are gonna cook this, let me know in the comments if y'all plan to cook this. This is so easy. So easy to make. So easy. Once you prep like your peppers and things like that, you have everything prepped, like your meats, whatever it is you're cooking. You got all your onions, garlic, and ginger and stuff. Like, once everything is prepped, like, this is like the easiest thing that you could possibly make. Honestly, once you prep everything, you can really be done with this within an hour. You can really be done like cooking it within an hour, especially if you're cooking it for yourself and you're not cooking as much as I'm cooking. Clearly, I'm cooking like a ton of it. But if you're not making as much as I am, alrighty. everything I gotta rinse, and then we're all done, and we can get back to our regularly scheduled program. Get back to our regularly scheduled program. Aiden, it's time for you guys to go and brush your teeth. I'm gonna kill this fly. She keeps flying around here. It has a death wish. Alrighty. Okay, y'all. Thanks for washing the dishes with me. Let's get back to prepping our food. Prepping the next step of what's going into our stew. Okay, y'all see the oil is starting to come to the top. The oil is starting to come to the top. All right, I'm about to come and get the meats and stuff, because we are definitely going to be hey y'all, hey. Ofada rice has a very funny smell when it, oh, you guys talking about Ofada rice? That's what it is. Hey Monique, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're almost at 100 likes. Thank you. Keep going, keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that like button, y'all. We're almost there. That would be actually an amazing goal for me, because whenever I go live, I always have like over 100 people watching, but they don't like the video. I promise you, it's free to like the video. It is free. You do not have to pay anything, okay? It is free. It is free to like the video. All right. We are about to, y'all see how the oil is like starting to come on top? So I didn't put a lot of oil for the amount of peppers that was in here, but it's cool. It's cool. We're about to debone the fish, and then I'll show you guys the other things that we have that is going in the stew, like as far as the meats and stuff that we will be using today. But y'all see how like is like decreasing, the water content is going down. So that's pretty much like, you know, what you're really doing is trying to fry it until the water content go all the way down. All the way down. I think I'm gonna add some more chicken Nor, and I'm also gonna add some more shrimp powder. Oh, thanks, Lulu. Oh my gosh, we got 80. We need 20 more. 20 more to go. Let's come prep our meats while that's frying. Let's get our meats together that we will be adding into it. Let me go and collect it. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're going to add one more shrimp powder to it. I know you guys probably like, man, that's a lot. It is, but it definitely helps with the flavor of the stew. And I am going to use all of it. I don't need to, but I am going to. So when you guys purchase this from it's either going to say, you know, like ground shrimp, or it's going to say crawfish. Excuse me. It's either going to say ground shrimp or crawfish powder. You could use either one. Whew. I had to drink some water. And you can use any protein of your choice when you're preparing this. Any protein of your choice. Of course, if this did not have as much water content, we would have already been done. So I strongly advise that when you are cooking this, you want to buy like cheesecloth, and after you're done chopping it, put in a cheesecloth to squeeze all the liquid out of it, so as much liquid as possible can get out of it. All right, y'all, so let's just come over here and prep our protein. Today we are going to be using some dry fish. So this is smoked what fish is this? Is it? Yeah, I think this is smoked barracuda. Smoked barracuda, that's what we'll be adding. That's one of the protein that we're adding in there today. I'm trying to get a plate to put it in for us to use. One second, y'all. I'll put it in here. So I'm just gonna debone it. Look how big the bone is. And because it's smoked, so it's pretty much already done, I let it sit in hot water, like boiling hot water, for the same reasons I let the locust beans sit in the hot water. But I haven't had like totally bad experience with this when it comes to like sand and stuff like that. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I have definitely gotten some that had sand. I guess it depends on the brand and how clean they are. But yeah, I'm just breaking it apart, and we're going to add it, taking, you know, all the bones out of it. What I like about this fish is that it does not have a lot of bones. Like, look how big the bone is. It's like super big, and it's not a lot of it in there. So I really like this fish a lot versus other dried or smoked fish to cook with. Like, does catfish have a lot of bones? I don't really eat catfish like that, but I feel like when it's smoked, it always breaks up so easily. I'm taking off like a lot of the fish skin because I'm not a big fan of fish skin, but you could totally leave it on there if you don't mind it. So we have our fish. We're good. All right, I think we're good. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So we have that. Let me bring our other meats that we'll be using today. I'm just gonna rinse this bowl so I can use it. I already have pre-boiled some of the meats that we're using in like a separate pot. Alrighty, so some of you guys already know I cook with chicken feet and turkey and all of the things. So I already pre-cooked it. It's already pre-cooked. I'm just put that in here just to make it easier to go in the pot. And if I don't use the broth, I'll be saving it to use for something else. But this is like smoked turkey, if you're wondering what that is. I love cooking with smoked turkey. I prefer to cook with smoked turkey than chicken. I still cook with chicken too, but I prefer smoked turkey. And then we have some chicken feet. Remember, use what you want to use if none of this is your vibe. And then, y'all remember how we smoked some, not smoked, but we roasted some chicken inside of the oven. And what I do is roast it, season it very well, and then put it in the freezer. We have some here, so we will be adding some of that to it. So this is it right here. As you can see, it's like very well seasoned, and it has all of the things. So all of the meats and stuff, they're all very well seasoned. They're good, and they're just waiting to go in there. So those are the meats that we're using today, if you're wondering. Got some smoked dry fish, some chicken feet and smoked turkey, and some roasted chicken. And the roasted chicken that we are using is not like regular American chicken. This is fowl. So the fowl is it's like it's harder than the regular American chicken. It doesn't fall off the bone as easily, so you might, have to boil it a little bit and stuff. But I prefer to cook with it because I don't like when the chicken breaks up inside of the food that I'm cooking. Like, I really hate it. I like the chicken to look whole, like however chopped up it is. I like it to look that way inside of the food instead of it like mashed up inside of it. That's why I tend not to cook with American chicken a lot. The only time I really use American chicken is when I am going to grill it or put it in like an air fryer or bake it or anything like that. But as far as like cooking in stews and things like that, I never use American chicken because it breaks up too easily. It's like super soft. So if you're wondering what chicken I use, and then I like to also roast it with like, different herbs and seasonings and things like that. It keeps the flavor in it. Mmm. It tastes really good, y'all. I guess I need to, for real, you could stop at this part, but I'm gonna let mine fry some more. But for the sake of not making this video 3 hours long, I'm probably gonna end it with you guys very soon, but I will continue to let it fry on my end. But I just want you guys to see, like what it looks like. Can y'all believe that big old bowl of bell pepper? This is what it is. I'm so glad I cooked all of it. And I was thinking that I shouldn't, but I'm glad I did. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, they chicken feet, y'all. They are chicken feet. loving all the education you're giving them in in these comments, Lulu. Thank you. Yes, the guinea fowl, Robin. I'm using is guinea fowl that I'm using to cook with. Yep, I use guinea fowl instead of like the regular American chicken. I use guinea fowl. Yep. Ooh, we need 9 more likes till we get to 100, y'all. We are almost there. 9 more likes. Ah, y'all definitely helped me reach my goal. Thank you. How exciting. How exciting. Thanks, Lulu. I appreciate all of the help and assist you're giving in the chat. We appreciate you. I'm about to go ahead and start adding like my chicken and stuff because I needed to start getting acquainted with the stew because honestly it's pretty much done. It is pretty much done, but I will let it fry more like I said once I get off the line with y'all. This is the smoked guinea, not smoked, but the roasted guinea fowl that I roasted the other day with like just a bunch of herbs, peppers, and seasonings and things like that. Some of you guys probably gonna be like, damn girl, why you putting so many different things in here? That's because I'm Liberian. we cook we cook with everything, okay? We cook with everything. We don't discriminate when it comes to protein. We cook with everything. Yep, that's true, Lulu. Chicken feet definitely have a lot of collagen. It's so delicious. If you buy hen, it wouldn't break up easy. Hmm. Um. But you know when you go to the grocery store, it's not. Does it say hen on there? About to add all of the things in here. And this broth that's in here will definitely be used for something else later. Definitely will be used for something else later. Y'all, I cook with chicken feet all the time, so you're always wondering, like, girl, you put chicken feet in everything. I do. It's one of my favorite meats to cook with. I really love chicken feet. It's actually I like it more than chicken, like the chicken meat, I guess. It's my favorite part of the chicken. Let's say that. It is my favorite part of the chicken. Did I tell the story about when I was in college and I used to cook all the time in my dorm? But and then I moved like the following year, like my sophomore year, I moved into like a unit where I had my own room, but I had roommates. You know, I had like three other roommates that had their own room, so it was like a 3 bedroom. Actually, it was a 4 bedroom apartment, and then we all shared like so it was four of us and 2 bathrooms. So it was 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So it was like two to each bathroom. And then we just shared like the living quarters, like the living room and the kitchen and things like that. And I used to cook a lot because I wasn't on the meal plan anymore once I hit my sophomore year. And so one time, I don't know what I was about to cook, but I took like the meats out the freezer and one of them was like a chicken feet the chicken feet that I took out the freezer, and I just let it sit like on the kitchen counter and went to class so it could defrost so I could come back and cook. Y'all, tell me why before I got back, like a couple hours later, one of my friends sent me a picture because she was on Twitter. You know, that's when Twitter was popping. When I was in college, that's when Twitter was popping. I mean, I guess it's still popping now. I don't be on Twitter, but you know, it was during the early days of Twitter. I came back home. I came back before I could come back home. I'm in class, and my friend is texting me like, "Girl, isn't this your roommate?" Or your sweet said sweet mate. She was like, "Girl, isn't this your sweet mate? Tell me why she got your chicken feet on Twitter." He's like, "Tell me why this girl got your chicken feet on Twitter talking about some y'all. Look at what my roommate is about to cook." Like she was so disgusted and scared of the chicken feet and had my chicken feet all over Twitter, y'all. Can y'all believe it? And I'm like, look, I have to be real. You know, when you're living with people, you can't be confrontational because, especially when you got your food, I don't play with that. You know, like people who disrespect people um, in the service business, in the food industry. I don't do that because you don't know when people have access to your food, you don't know what they're gonna do to it. So I was like, I had to find a way to talk to this girl without her, you know, it being extremely confrontational. I was like, girl, all you had to do was ask if you needed education on what chicken feet was. But y'all, my chicken feet was trending all over Twitter, y'all. All over Twitter. I guess I traumatized her. I can't believe till this day, I can't believe this girl had my chicken feet trending on Twitter, and everybody in our school knew who I was because I used to do hair on campus because I was a licensed cosmetologist. When I graduated high school, I got my license. I got my license while I was in high school, actually. It was one of those schools where you could pick up a trade, and I had my license. So I used to do hair because, you know, your girl stay hustling, okay? Because I needed to get my money. So I used to do hair, and if you do hair in college, everybody know you because everybody needs to get their hair done. Especially with me, I went to HBCU, so you know everybody was definitely trying to look good because it was always something going on campus. So I knew a lot of people because I used to do hair for a lot of people. So everybody knew who I was. So when she posted that, and I used to do hair in my apartment, in my room, they knew exactly who she was talking about. They knew exactly who she was talking about. I'm like, girl, not you over here exposing me like that. Dang. But whole time though, everybody knew, you know, everybody knew me because I did hair, but also they knew because I used to cook a lot. So everybody wanted a plate, you know. Everybody wanted a plate. But it was crazy. It was crazy. Y'all need to talk to your kids and teach them how to understand other cultures, okay? So they don't go over here exposing people's food on Twitter. One second, y'all. So they don't go over here exposing people's food. Let's see what y'all talking about. Who's being rude? Let me know so I can block them. Let me know who being rude so I can block them, okay? Okay, you said the package says hand. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna definitely look out for it. I'm gonna look out for it. Wait, hold on. What y'all talking about here? I don't want y'all arguing with nobody. It's only good vibes on this channel, so let me know who I need to block, okay? If they're disturbing y'all peace, cause let me know. Let me know so I can block them. Oh my gosh, y'all. We are at 104 likes, y'all. We did it. 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 Don't mind nobody that's talking trash, y'all. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more chicken noir to it. I'm going to add a little bit of chicken noir to it, and then we're going to peel the eggs. And then the last thing we're adding in here are the eggs, y'all. And then we're done. Let me take these gloves off. I think it's time. I think I'm done. Because I try to make sure I'm wearing gloves whenever I'm dealing with pepper, especially spicy peppers. Because I definitely have had my share of bad experience dealing with spicy peppers and not wearing gloves. When I tell y'all my fingers was burning for days, oh my God. It was burning for days. Alrighty. I am going to, we're about to peel the eggs and then we're gonna add it in here. But y'all, this is pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a lot of oil in here, but once the oil gets to the top, that's how you know your stew is ready. Once you start to see the oil approach the top, and that's, you know, bearing it burning at the bottom, you just want to make sure that it's not burning at the bottom. And then we're gonna put this on some rice and go to town. All right, let's come peel our eggs. And then we're good. Thank you. We're gonna add some eggs to it. And then I'm gonna warm up some rice. Babe, can you please warm up some rice for me while I peel the eggs? Please. Um, is it in here? Where's the white plate? Yeah. Can I have that? Let's peel our eggs. Huh? Yeah, bring it. There. Let's peel our eggs. But for those of you that's been on here since we started, you are the real MVP. You are the real MVP. All right, so this part, y'all, is definitely optional. We are adding this to the stew. It's optional. You don't have to add this, but well, that's not what I'm calling it. My husband says it's not Ofada if without eggs. My husband's Nigerian, by the way, and they eat this stew, and it's called Ofada in their culture, or designer stew. And he said if it doesn't have eggs, it's not Ofada stew. So we adding eggs, honey. Okay, we adding the eggs to this. And Lulu, you're Ghanaian, so I know you add eggs to this. Is that am I stereotyping you with the eggs? We know you add eggs to this, girl. We know Ghanaians love their eggs. We know Ghanaians love their eggs. Huh? Oh, you don't add eggs to yours, Lulu? We need let's see what she said. We need eggs to everything. Yes. If eggs is not there, it's not Ghanaian. But I love Ghanaian food. Oh my God. Ghana is actually my second home. And I don't even know what's my favorite, to be honest. Because I love my banku and okra. I love my wache. I love my peanut butter soup. But what I don't like with the peanut butter soup is the rice balls. I don't like rice balls. I don't know. I think it's a texture thing. I'm not big on rice balls, but I will eat the peanut butter soup with some fufu. Um, I know y'all make ayamase, which is what we're making right now. But you probably cook yours a little different than how I'm doing it. What else? But I think my favorite is okra and banku. I think that's my favorite. Yeah, I think okra and banku is my favorite. Ooh, I love me some. Oh, forget it. I love me some. What you call it? Oh my gosh, I eat this thing all the time. It's in my fridge. Kenke. I love me some kenke and fish with some fried pepper and shito. I'm gonna show y'all how I make my own shito on here. But let me stop making myself hungry. All right, y'all. Dang, I'm missing out on some good eats. I definitely need more recipes in my life. All right, y'all. We just gonna add the eggs, in there. This is the extra touch. Like I said, it's optional, but I promise you, you're doing something when you add it there. Okay. Um, I definitely needed a bigger pot. I definitely needed a bigger pot for sure. For sure. I don't know who told me I could cook this in this small pot. For sure, I needed a bigger pot. What I love about this though is when the egg, like when the egg sleeps in the stew and it like soaks up the flavor of the stew. Oh my gosh. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. All right, our rice is ready. The stew is ready, y'all. Let me have a taste with you guys, and then I'll let you guys go because I've had you guys on here for I don't even know how long. But it's definitely been a while, for sure. I don't even know what time it is. It's definitely been a while. But that's what happens when you cook live. You see all of the things. And honestly, y'all, this will go 10 times faster if I wasn't on live. It will go 10 times faster. And I still stand by, you could cook this within an hour if you prep everything prior. If you cook everything prior, you can finish cooking this within an hour. All right, let me show you guys the rice. I'm using part boiled rice today, but this tastes really good with some jasmine rice and basmati rice. And like Bill was asking, because he's diabetic, you can totally eat this with some bulgur wheat. So if you're diabetic or you have like gluten allergies, you can eat it with some bulgur wheat. It's very, very good with it. This is our rice that we're using. My husband really likes the parboiled rice, so that's why we're using it. Get some stew. Put that right there. Okay. All right, I'm about to turn the camera around so y'all can see me, but this is what it looks like, y'all. It's ready. You want to see the oil on top. Okay, this is our fried pepper stew. What y'all laughing at up in here? Send us some in the package. I got you. I've never had it, but I definitely want some to make a. Wow, really? Alrighty. You forgot the plantain for your hubby. I know. So, I don't even think he would want plantains because he just got done eating some. I had some plantains when I made what did I make? I think ajeke. I made some ajeke and we had plantains. So I think he's over it. But it's never too late. Okay? It's never too late. It's kind of late. I shouldn't even be eating. I'm not going to eat all of this. I'm probably going to give some to him. But let's pray. God bless this food. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. And y'all know how we do it on this channel, right? Before we eat, we invite the community, our family. We invite you guys to eat. In Liberia, it's our culture to invite the community to eat with us. So, and we say, my people, y'all, let's eat. Oh, my people, y'all can't let eat. My people, y'all let eat. Oh, we eating fried green pepper stew today. Please ignore that nasty thing that's flying around that is like, don't want to die. But yes, my people, y'all let eat. Oh, we eating fried green pepper stew, aka Ayamase, aka Ofada stew. That's what we're eating today, okay? Eat with me. Thanks for cooking with me. And let me know in the comments if you guys are going to cook it. Okay. So, you just put the stew on top of the rice. Remember, you can use, if you don't have palm oil or you don't want to use palm oil, because palm oil definitely is high in cholesterol. Um, but you're not eating the entire pot that one day, so, you know, you don't have to worry. It's really hot. Woo. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. And it is spicy. Just how I like it. But I need my water. Woo. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something over here. Eh? Let me show y'all something. Y'all see it. Something here. Y'all see it. Y'all let eat. Y'all can't let eat. Y'all bring your spoon, okay? Bring your spoon, let's eat. Let's see what the people are saying. Mmm. Mm. Oh yeah. It's so good. Let's eat some eggs. Add the egg to it. So when you're eating an egg, you can just, you know, you can eat the egg like that or add the egg to your rice. That's it with the eggs. Mmm. Mm. My people, I let you. Alright. I feel like I'm teasing y'all. Let me take this slice back. Mmm. Mm. Let's see what you're saying. Yeah, it's really spicy. Ooh. It's like really spicy. Ooh. Alright. Alright, y'all. That's how you make the fried pepper stew, okay? That's how you make the fried green pepper stew. Because there are other fried pepper stews that I'm going to make with you guys. There are 3 different ways. There are multiple ways that I make it, but there are 3 specific ways that I make it for different reasons. Like, I have like the fried chicken stew that is made with peppers, with like the fried bell peppers. And I make the fried fish stew, and I make that with the red bell peppers. So I got a bunch of stuff coming for y'all, different ways to make your bell peppers. So if you're somebody that grew a ton of bell peppers this season and you don't know what to do with it other than baking it, or you know, those other recipes that you may have, and you want to try something different, this is perfect for you, okay? Perfect. So this, there you have it. That's how you make it. Let me know in the comments if you guys are gonna make it. This thing is so spicy. But if y'all have any questions, drop it down below in the comments. Thank you so much, Lulu, for helping the people out and explaining what we're making today. I appreciate you. That was really cool of you to give them like background knowledge. And Lulu is from Ghana. I'm Liberian and Ghanaian, and my husband's Nigerian, and we all eat this, and we all make it probably slightly differently, but the foundation is the same with the ingredients. So it's pretty cool to, you know, especially for people that have never had it before. Now, palm oil is what you should make it with in this particular recipe. But if you don't have palm oil and you don't have anywhere to get it from, if you live in an area that may not have international stores or anything like that, you could definitely use regular vegetable oil. But I suggest you use like a vegetable oil that has like a high frying what is it, like a high frying content? Is that the thing? Like, don't use I wouldn't use olive oil. I wouldn't use olive oil to fry this because it wouldn't fry the way you need it to fry, like as hard as you want it to fry. But I would say you can use like other vegetable oils and stuff. I don't think I would use avocado oil either. And I'm mentioning these oils because I cook with those oils all the time. But I wouldn't use this to fry this particular thing if you want to get like the vibe of what I just made. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. I hope y'all watched my harvest video that I dropped today. If you haven't, go ahead and watch it and leave a like, a comment, and share it if you like. But I'm about to hop off of here. It is pretty late, and I don't know if I know I'm not going to finish this because I try not to eat too late, but this is the time I had to cook. But I appreciate you guys for being on here with me, and we will be cooking again next Sunday. So every Sunday we do a cook with me, and it is with ingredients from my garden, but it's also focused on like West African dishes, specifically Liberia, Ghana, and Nigeria. So those are the type of foods that I will be cooking with my own twist, because I never follow a recipe. I have a foundation and I do what I feel like doing. So if you're from any other countries and I'm cooking your food, just know I'm not cooking it the way you might cook it. It is how I want to cook it and the taste that I'm going for, but it will have the foundation ingredients of wherever culture that is from. But all right, y'all, it was really fun hanging out with you guys tonight. Please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you like. We do a lot of content around gardening. We grow our own food here, and I teach you guys how to grow your own foods and all of the things. And now that we're in harvest season, actually, I'm saying we're in harvest season. We're really at the end of harvest season. There's a ton of harvest that's coming in the house. I'm processing it, and I'm doing a lot of things. So I'll be doing a lot of cook with me, a lot of processing videos or lives and things like that, especially when I'm taking out the seeds and all of the things. But anyway, that's what we do here amongst other things. All right, so go ahead and click that like button. All right, and I'll catch you guys on the next video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday for our next cook with me. I don't know what we'll be cooking, but I'll let you guys know on the post. So keep your notifications on the post on Instagram. I mean on YouTube. I always let you guys know what's going on, what we're about to do. And definitely go ahead and follow me on all of the platforms like TikTok. I'm heavy on TikTok. I do a lot of gardening content on TikTok. I am on Instagram and all of the places, and they all have the same name as my channel. All right. Alrighty, y'all. I love you guys so much. Remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy eating or happy cooking. I need to figure out how I'm going to end this video, because, you know, in my gardening videos, I would say happy gardening. But all right, y'all, thanks for being on here with me. Let me give you guys one more look of the food. Check out some of your comments, and we'll be out of here. All right, bye, y'all. Here you go, here you go. So I have the heat on medium heat right now, and I am going to let it probably fry, you know, a little bit, because I want the eggs to also get the experience of being in the stew. Okay, what you guys talking about? High frying tolerance. Yes, thank you, Lulu. To get a good palm oil, find one that melts at room temperature. Yep. You want to get one that melts at room temperature and it's not solid. You want to make sure like the palm oil you're getting is not super solid. Yep, that's right. You're welcome, Bill. Thanks for being on here with me tonight. I appreciate you guys. So I can't give you a specific brand of palm oil. I can't, like, unfortunately, I'm not going to endorse any brand, only because some of them may be good and some of them may not be. It depends on like the batch that they send out. But when you're looking for palm oil, just make sure that it's like, let me see. So this is the one I have. You want to, and it's by this brand right here. You want to make sure your palm oil is moving like this in the store before you bring it home. You want to make sure that it can move. Okay, if it's not moving and it's solid, don't get it. It doesn't matter what the brand is. If it's not moving and it's solid, don't get it. And then also don't be fooled by the bottles, because some of the bottles will be red, and I feel like that's how they trick people. They put the palm oil in like a red bottle, because you know palm oil is red, so you just think that, oh, that's good oil. Nope. Pick that baby up and shake it. If it does not shake, don't buy it. Okay, because the solid ones, they're not the good oils. They're not the good palm oil. So yes, fried fish stew. When I do the fried fish stew, we're going to use the red bell pepper. That's actually one of my favorite fried stews to make, to eat with some white rice. It's really good. Oh, you're asking about my eyes? Yes, my eyes are okay. I forgot. I have I forgot what the name of it is with my eyes, but it's like it's super sensitive, so it's always gonna look red. But I don't know. Is it called Pledgum? It's called something, but it's something that I would have to laser off of my eyes, and I'm very funny with things getting close to my eyes. But yeah, my eyes are fine. You'll typically see my eyes looking red a lot. Is I just my eyes are really sensitive, but it's like I forgot the name of the condition, but it's something that has to get lasered off. But thank you for checking on me. And yes, I am definitely tired, child. So when I'm tired or it gets dusty, I'll have to wear sunglasses a lot because when it gets windy, whatever like flies into my eyes, it gets red. But it's like some type of buildup. It's like a clear buildup that's on my eye. And when it gets, whatever the condition is, however I'm feeling, you can see it in my eyes, it gets red. But like I said, it's something that has to be lasered off, and it's something that's in my family. So, like my mom, my aunties, my grandmas, they all had it. And my auntie, she had to get hers lasered off, but it's like a buildup. So even though you may get it lasered off, it's something that can build back up again. And it's like, okay, you're gonna have to keep going to get a laser off. And yeah, I'm not interested. When it comes, the eyes, when it comes to your eyes, like I'm very finicky with like procedures pertaining to the eyes, because we can't mess these eyes up. They all I got. Hmm. I'm new to this channel, but she's making look good. We always wanted to try this. Aw, Chandra, I love soul food, girl. You need to teach me some. I might make some soul food, my version of soul food for y'all. It's still gonna have the Black American ingredients. Since and oh my gosh, y'all, my birthday is November 27th, which is the day of Thanksgiving. So my birthday is actually on Thanksgiving, and I don't want to cook. So I might cook some food prior to Thanksgiving and just put it in the freezer. Because it's my birthday. I don't work on my birthday. It's a holiday. But anyway, all right, y'all. I was just trying to look up some of your comments, but I see Lulu have answered a lot of y'all questions and things like that. And once again, thank you so much, Lulu. That's your son's birthday. Well, you know what? Your son is a great human. He's a great man. He's going to be a great man, okay? Let me tell you, everybody that's born on November 27th are great human beings. He's going to be great. He's going to be, I know he's already smart, very intelligent, very intuitive, very blessed, okay? The hand of God is on him. Everybody born that day, those are all of the things. And no, I'm not biased. It's true. 27 is like it's first of all, 27 is my favorite number, first and foremost. And I like odd numbers. So I was born 11/27. And yeah, I'm not going to go too deep with it, but trust me, your son is going to be a great human being. I know that for a fact. Okay, November what, Lulu? When's your birthday? November what? November. Hey, November, honeys. Are you a okay? You're November 15th. I don't know anything about what is it like astrology or anything like that. I just know I'm a Sagittarius, and I know my husband's a Sagittarius, and that's about it. I don't even know my kid signs. I'm not into any of that stuff. But one thing I do know, as far as characteristic wise, we are like people born on November 27th are great. I may be a little biased or whatever, but I still believe it because the type of blessings that God have blessed me throughout my life, the things I've been through and the things that I've come out of, only God could have been behind it. And just knowing that the hands of God is over me. But anyway, let me let y'all go. I'm doing too much. Don't worry, okay? My birthday coming up. We're gonna talk about my birthday all November long, and your birthday too, Lulu. We're gonna talk about our birthdays all November long. November belongs to Miss Yancy, okay? So anyway, all right, y'all. It was really nice talking to y'all. Shout out to all my November borns. We love you. I'll see you guys later, okay? And I have my garden workshop videos. When I did my garden workshop, I did the garden and play for the children, and then I did a garden workshop. I still have those videos that I need to edit to give to y'all, and I'm gonna try to do it before November. So this October, you guys are finally going to see my vlog that I did for my garden workshops. And thank you for some of you guys that showed up to my garden workshop that live in Maryland. People like Raga Muffin, thank you guys, thank you so much, girl, for showing up with your mom. So I'm gonna show you guys the garden workshop. Also, I did get an email, I can't remember from who. I did get your email. You're asking me about a garden workshop. I will respond to you very soon. I just have a ton of emails that I need to get to. So, but I do plan on creating an ebook and also doing a virtual garden workshop. If you guys are interested, let me know. Shoot me a DM or send me an email if you're interested in the virtual garden workshop. I want to gauge, how many people are interested in doing a virtual garden workshop. As far as the physical garden workshop, I'm going to do the next one I'll do will be next year. This year was my first physical garden workshop, but next year I'm going to do them frequently during the growing month, and I will let you guys know more about it later. But I'm definitely going to do the virtual garden workshop. You're a Scorpio because my birthday is the 16th. Okay. AZ Finest. Okay, Scorpio. If you was born in November, you the best. Okay, that's all I gotta say. But all right, y'all. Love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. It was fun chatting. Thanks for getting me to 120 likes. That is amazing. I love y'all so much. And I will catch y'all on the next one, okay? Bye, y'all.